Devil's Den Radio. I'm hanging out with some hippies as usual. My lovely Hippie Soul.
Hey guys.
And Hippie Mike.
Hola.
He's back.
I'm
And
here.
back.
I'm here. I'm back.
In a New York boo. He's back. See? And now the cops are coming after him. Sounds like fire, though. But the firehouse is literally like
fire.
yeah, the
We'll walk
firehouse
away.
is literally like a block and a half away. Well, it's good to know that we have a responding.
Oh, there you go.
At least we know we'd be saved quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like right there.
Yeah.
America's finest.
America.
At work.
Thank you.
What timing? America's finest at work. Slumpkin King.
Shout out to Conspaz out there playing on Twitch. But let's get some bills taken care of. Why don't you? Patreon.com/Devil's Den Radio is where you take stock in the show. And you put a couple dollars, few dollars, into the shekels, you know, to pay the bills. All right, the bills, allow us to stream live on Podbean. You know, get to be rebroadcasted out there for iTunes and Spotify, Amazon Music, and fuck everything. You know what? Wherever you can listen to podcasts, we are there. Everywhere. But you can only interact with us live where? Podbean. Thought one of my colleagues over here would have jumped in and be like, only on Podbean.
I was gonna say it.
He's like, I was going to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
was gonna say it.
well, as everybody knows, the pregame ritual here is usually a nice little dap, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we flipped it up a little bit. All right, we flipped it up. All right, you're like, you know what? Let's go with a little bit of flour. All right.
Yeah.
And then we said, you know what? What about some banana sorbet?
Mm.
You know that sunset sherbet mixed with some banana. Oh, gee. Cross, baby, cross, baby, cross.
Delicious.
It's a nice hybrid. It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's definitely smacked the shit out of my friend, but
Yeah,
you know,
that'd
this is
be me.
nothing. This is
Let
nothing
them-
different because the last episode you can literally hear when the medical gummies smack the shit out of you.
Yeah. Now if I could just, manage to make my mouth say words.
He's thinking all of them. They just won't come out.
There's so many.
So, well, before you get all of those words out, let's make sure that we thank VeganJosh and Shane for their $5 contribution every month that helps pay the bills over at Poppy. So you know what? They get that specialized shout out, and this is $249. 249 fucking episodes that you get to hear your name shouted out for $5 a month. And also you get backstage pass on some things. All right, you get to see some doings with the side project that I'm working on right now with a friend of mine and his son. So we get a little father-son action. And then you get to see us jam out a little bit just in picture because there's no audio yet. There's people that have heard some things, but eventually I'll get a decent recording of something that I'll share. But that's only on Patreon, all right? And I do have exclusivity on that, so I got the the blessing as well from the rest of the bandmates to be like, yeah, promote that shit on Patreon. That's fine because people are paying for that shit. Oh yeah, that's cool.
They get a little
They
bit
can have it.
extras. So do it. It's worth it.
Which
Do it.
well,
Do it now.
which I converted the garage into the jam spot now.
Sweet.
Like it's decent.
It's pretty decent.
All
I'll
right.
have to take a trip back there.
Yeah.
Take a trip with me. All right.
Awesome.
But
Make a lot of noise out there.
yeah, yes and no. There's still a lot of
that's
concrete.
True. And there's a lot of other people.
Correct.
Yeah.
But with the gear I have, I can control the noise at a decent volume and bring it down, to a manageable
Not bad.
level, because I'm not doing acoustic drums in there. I'm just doing the E drums.
Yeah, that's usually what you hear the most of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and exactly. And having E drums, is, it's not optimal at times, but it's for the practice space and for the clarity of song building and creation. I think it's the best, because you can control that volume. You know what I mean? I can't tell you, hey, asshole, turn your crash down. You know what I mean? I can't tell you to do that with a regular acoustic set. But with the E drums, as we're creating, it's like, yo, that crash, you riding it on the eighth note like that, it's like fucking distracting as shit. Like, can we turn that down a little bit? Like, it's like really loud in the mix. And it's really abundant.
Loud and abundant.
Like, we just try to use a lot of different words just to be like complimenting, but be like, it's still a lot. It doesn't sound bad. It's just loud. So, but like with the E drums, it's nice, because you don't get that, because not everybody knows how to, use the moon gels well and all that to control that shit.
Yeah, or at all. But but I use coated heads on my toms, and I think coated heads on toms, that's just what's proper. It sings. It makes them sing.
Yeah.
When you mic up a head, a clear head, it kind of loses. It's all attack, not as much tone, and I don't know. Coated heads, you get like a nice solid tone with the attack. It's all clear. You know what the attack is. It's got a good sound in its own.
Yeah. But having a band in the mixer, and controlling everybody's volume individually, because it's only a 4-piece band, I'm like, this is fucking dope.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
But which it's kind of funny, because a lot of my throwaway like guitar ideas that I thought of, I'm resurrecting them now.
Stupid!
And I'm like, oh shit, like, let me see if this sounds good. Check the links. DevilsDenRadio.com, by the way. Check that out. But patreon.com/DevilsDenRadio. Thank you again, VeganJosh and Shane. But back to the conversation that we were talking about having, which is drug bingo. All right, now this is going to be a little fun game. All right, now you can play along if you want. All right, now this is fine. See, now what we're going to do, if there's a drug that you may have accidentally tried, you know what I mean, or that you're just like, I won't admit to that one, but I definitely, because you can't lie on yourself. You know what I mean? You can't lie on yourself. So with that, and also keeping your, secrecy of things. Be like, you know what? No, that was a one-time fuck up, man. Then, you know what? That's between you and the bong rip.
Oh no!
So for every,
but I'm already pretty
for
high,
every
so.
regretful drug that you've accidentally partook in,
Okay.
you're gonna have to take that to the bong.
Tell it to Bertha.
That is
Tell
a
it to-
challenge I'm willing to accept.
You have to tell that to Bertha. And Bertha will keep your secret. Trust me. She's got a little chip on her shoulder, but let me just say,
She really does.
well, it's more on the elbow joint, I guess, or some type of joint fixture. But anywho,
Is that the shoulder,
what's
or
the,
like what's the? Because it's connected.
it holds the
to
down stem.
I don't know what you call it.
I'm
If-
sure. I don't know, some type of
An orifice.
orifice.
But anyway, so yes, Bertha.
But she also has vented
face,
holes at
Bertha.
the top there, because the helix from Grav.
Oh yeah, no, she's
It
something
aerates
special.
that, extra
Bertha.
extra cool, an extra cool smoke. Never warm. You'll never get warm smoke. You'll get shitty smoke if it's down to the bottom. You know what I mean, and not tasting so good. But
It's always smooth.
but it's always smooth. The reason why, because it whips. And if you watch it, you can watch the air whipping into it like a tornado.
Ah, tornadoes.
Hell yeah, man. What, you've never seen that thing in action?
I never really paid attention.
Yeah, well, you're going to see some.
It's hard to see
some
it when
rips today. So you know what? Take notice to the action. So,
all right.
And you can take notice on the action of this as well, because I showcased this very piece in our rig section on Discord. So you got to go find Devil's Den Radio on Discord. That's where we're going to do some, sideshow shit. You know what I mean? So all the things that don't make the show on Thursdays.
Ooh, sideshow.
Like a sideshow. Welcome to the sideshow. See? So the sideshow is always on Discord. A lot of friends, so invite them. We're going to get a moderator to help, curate some things and take care of things on that end, so that I have somebody that is knowledgeable of it. Because it's a pretty decent platform for like gaming and, just fan bases in general. So. But it gives everybody that opportunity to kind of get together, like almost like an old like AOL chat room kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So
nice.
So join Discord and come interact with us. You know what I mean? We're gonna be. We got them on I got it on my phone, so I'll be interacting on there and shit. So I'll be able to get alerts and shit. So it's gonna be fun. But drug bingo. All right, now. Do we just start off with the free space being weed? Free space weed?
Because it's so debatable. Like, you could also say, is it even a drug? But okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's a free space. That doesn't count. We all know we smoke weed.
Although a lot of people would probably say alcohol is the free space.
Ew, that's like more evil, though, in my book.
I mean, if you're getting technical about it, they're both drugs.
Yeah, they are.
Right, so then what's the free space?
Fuck alcohol. I don't like alcohol.
It's evil.
Yeah.
Weed's
the bingo square.
Yeah.
The free square?
The
free space?
Because it's organic.
That's what I mean.
Don't panic.
Okay. So, weed free space. Because you know what? The people that usually drink, we call weed smokers freeloaders, so you get the free space.
Yep, there we go.
Ha. We figured it out. And it's sort of, well, I guess it's kind of funny. Anyway, now we move over to
Check the links.
Alcohol. Let's just do alcohol right away, because that's something that's like, like right away. Like, you're kind of like, it's a high school thing. Like,
right. Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. I have not drank in, honestly, this year since, I'd say about maybe like 2 months ago.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had any drinks, honestly, and it wasn't anything.
No, it was at
buzz.
New England Metal and Hardcore Festival. I had my last drink. I tried the beer.
One.
Yep. Yeah.
We weren't like even buzzed at all. We
Which is
had one drink.
unlike me, to have just one of anything.
Yeah, the last time I drank,
because they were like $14. That kind of helps.
Well, I mean, I had a beer after a long day, like, I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks ago. But last time I drank was, I think it was the night I got my wife pregnant. Yep.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
He's like, yep.
It was the last time I raged.
The last time I raged was at the Panthers game.
Oh my God! Yeah, you want to tell your little story?
No.
Oh, come on.
I'd rather not.
Can I?
Go for it.
All right. Then that means you have to participate now. Anywho, so I decided, I was like, you know what? This is gonna be the last year that I get to see Cam Newton play as a Panther.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? This is because he came back to the team after playing in New England and then being a free agent, and then he came to and then he got picked up by Carolina again.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a feeling, I was like, you know what, this is gonna be his last game, and I got to watch his last touchdown as a Panther, which was dope. And I was like, you know, we gotta go. You know who else had to go at that time?
Who?
My grandmother.
Her fucking grandmother.
Really?
All right, she was on her way out from this universe. She was like, you know, I'm checking out, and then she FaceTimes her.
Me to tell me she's dying.
I'm dying.
What?
At the beginning of the game, before kickoff even happened. Great, right?
Aww.
Yeah, it was awful.
So
My kinky grandfather's wife.
Oh,
yeah,
she had all the answers.
Oh, Danny definitely did have the answers.
she checked out.
But yeah, she calls me to tell me this. So, and mind you, we already each had one drink because we were just gonna have a drink and chill at the game.
Mhm.
Already had one each, and they were like the big cans of seltzers, like the really tall ones. Well, Jess is very saddened.
She was
by
double
the
fisting the
news.
fucking seltzers, dog. Double.
Mm.
Fist, and they're
The
the
big ones.
They're the fucking pounders, like
And
the
I'm
ones.
not very large.
But you can't even get them in like most stores. You got to go to like a distributor to get that fucking size.
I'm familiar, and yes, they will put a boogie in your woogie.
Well,
Well, she had about 5 to 6. 6, my guy. 6 pounds of fucking
Seltzers.
seltzer.
6 pounders, and I weigh 130 pounds.
Yo,
This bitch was talking to everybody around us and then annoying the fuck out of them. I'm like apologizing profusely. We're getting our asses creamed, you know. And she's like, "It's okay. You guys can come back. Cause I do this for Granny.
oh
Do
my
this for Grandma. Die! Oh my God, she's dying."
Oh no!
I don't remember any of this, obviously.
Oh no!
Yeah, she was an unconsolable fucking drunken mess, you know.
Oh.
And she's like, "Yeah, come on, do it." And it's like, "Oh man, isn't this great?" It's like,
Oh, yeah.
"No, we got." Even like the Atlanta Falcon fans were like looking at us like, "Damn, son, like, I gotta move."
Oh.
Oh, it gets better, though. I don't even know how I
So
walked out
so
of
we
there.
so we watched the entire game, and then I was like, you know what, this is it. So I'm gonna take in all of it. Luckily for us, we had an Airbnb like literally right across the street, like and down the block, just a smidgen from the fucking practice field, which the practice field is next to the fucking stadium.
Oh, okay.
So
it's,
we
like,
were
perfect.
walking distance of everything. You know, some of it was a little bit of a hoof to get to the gate that, the main gate, I should say, that we needed to get into. But
It was worth it not to pay the parking.
yeah, the parking was fucking, people were fucking people up. It was like $50, I think, or more. For just to park your fucking
Shit.
car.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fucking rip off.
I was like, yo, you're fucking crazy, dog.
Supply and demand.
Supply and
Yep.
demand. Yeah. You need to park.
So, we were in, like, the nosebleed section, so we had to come down a whole bunch of stairs.
So we walked down the stairs. We're doing fine. She still has one in her fucking hand because because I tapped out, right? You know what I mean? I think I had like 2. All right.
Somebody had to be the responsible one.
So she went like I thought she was done, but she wobbled down the stairs after the 4th one, right? And that's when now this
This
is what
wasn't my fault.
Now this is how it happened. She wobbles down, so can barely get down the fucking stairs by herself. You know what I mean? But she's got it. She's got it. I'm good. She navigates barely down the fucking stadium stairs by to get, and then she comes back walking perfectly fine with 2 seltzers in her fucking hand.
But it's because I got the same bartender again, and she thought I wanted the same order, and I said no.
You
Just
couldn't
one,
remember
and she
that you
goes,
didn't walk down the stairs straight, but you can remember that she gave you 2.
Yeah, and then she says to me, "Oh, I thought you wanted 2, sweetie. That's what you got the last 2 times." And I was like, "No, I just wanted 1. My husband doesn't want another one." And she's like, "Well, too bad. It's already opened. It's yours now. You gotta pay for it."
Oh, man. Well,
So she
okay.
stuck me with it. So I come back with 2 of them, and he's like,
see,
"I don't want that." And I'm like, "It's not my fault."
You can't just let it sit here. You can't let it go to waste.
So
Correct.
I spent the money.
She finished the 1. I drank some, all right? Like, I mean, like a quarter, maybe?
Okay.
Quarter of it? A good quarter of 1, all right? Of the second one. She finished the 1, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
And then
deep.
she proceeded to
think.
take mine and start drinking that then through the stadium as we were exiting. Like, we maybe got rid of, like, what was left was, like, because she was determined. She the little engine that could. Like, she was like, no alcohol abuse today, motherfucker.
I'm
Like,
finishing this. I'm not wasting our money.
I'm not wasting our money.
Oh, but it gets better. But wait, there's more.
Oh, my God.
Wait, there's more. So now we finally finish, what was left of this fucking, pounder. And
I'm hobbling
we
out
get
of
to the
this
quad, because
stadium.
there's like this quad area.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And then by the practice field, doing okay. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we get to the fucking corner of the block that we needed to be on and
For
just
our
walk down
Airbnb,
slightly
yeah.
to our Airbnb. Literally,
Can see it.
5 more fucking houses. I can see the car.
Can see it.
I can
Just
see the
across
car.
The street.
So as I look and I see my car on the left of my peripheral vision, I see my wife swan dive into the fucking street out of the right side of my peripheral vision. And then as I turn, in slow motion, I see 2 black ladies look at my wife and basically say it, but not say it, and say, bless her heart,
Oh, boy.
Like, all you heard,
Yeah, I got
but,
the look.
but what I heard was the
Oof.
both of them going, yeah. So then we peel her off of the pavement because literally swan dived off of
Face
curb,
first.
and she's like 5 foot nothing. So it's
4
like,
foot
I get
10.
which shoes on? 5 foot nothing. I'm giving you that. All right,
Hey.
giving you 5 foot nothing. All right, with the shoes or the boots or whatever the fuck you had, because whatever it did, swan dive. Like, literally, she was like, that shit right there is a pool. I'm going in, like, straight out swan dive blow. Like,
Wow.
I've never seen some shit like that other than ridiculousness. It's like, wow.
Oh, shit.
Like, if I had a video camera for this shit, like, not only would I be able to get myself out of, like, pending domestic abuse
I
charges.
was so drunk I didn't even remember
Oh my
swan diving
God.
off of the curb
I was like, I
and
might-
into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She had a bruise, like, on her
I
lip.
didn't know how it happened.
Oh, a UDI, an unexplained drunken injury.
Yeah,
Yep.
precisely. Oh, yeah. It was great.
And then the ride to our friend's house.
Because he
I
decides
decided
he doesn't want to stay in the Airbnb that
I should
night.
no, because you know what, our friend, just moved to Richmond, Virginia,
Oh, okay.
and none of our friends yet had come and visited him. So I was like, you know what? We just passed you to go to this fucking thing. So you know what? I think we can drive up we can leave a little earlier, and just come chill with you. Well,
Yeah, my drunkenness was not part of that plan.
so
Well, maybe it was, but I don't know. It could have been.
So on
Not
the
at that
entire, so the entire way, welcome Pink Squirrel to the live chat. So the entire ride from Charlotte, North Carolina to Richmond, Virginia, was met with a cycle of
Like dry heaving. Like I literally ate nothing the entire day, so literally nothing came up. It was just crying and making a horrible sound.
Oh my god.
like unconsolable crying
Oh my
with fucking repeated dry heaves. Dog. That was the most excruciating, like
hangover.
No.
Oh,
no,
this
no,
is
no,
same
no.
night?
Drive.
Just to
Drive.
exist around next to that
Oh.
was like worse than a fucking crying infant. Like I would have been like it's a fucking baby. It's crying. What does it need? Somebody figure it out. Where's the fucking parent? You know what I mean?
so upset
No,
about
she's
my
fucking unconsolably crying. It's not like I was like, and there's nothing I can do other than saying like,
'cause
oh
my
yeah,
grandmother was dying, and
your
I was far
grandmother's
away, and I was
dying.
afraid she was
We're-
gonna die before I got home.
and she basically, oh man, she fucking made you fucking guilt sob all fucking trip. I was like, god damn. It's like I like you, Granny, but now this is
It was awful.
make me. I hope she. I did say I'm sorry at her funeral though, because I was like, you know what, I was kind of mad at you. About you
Ruining our trip.
So you kind of ruined my one and only first time trip to see the Panthers. So thank you, but now you've made it apparently memorable.
It definitely has some memory attached to it. So yes, we've definitely all had alcohol. That's a check on the bingo board.
So a loss.
A dab on the bingo.
So
board.
a loss in the game category, a loss in the wife territory because she definitely took an L on that fucking curb.
I still had.
And then I ended up with the ultimate L from driving from fucking Charlotte, North Carolina.
You should have just let me.
It's in
wait
fucking
it out
Richmond.
in
I
that
should,
Airbnb, because
should've-
I would have at least had time to
I would've-
sober up before.
I just didn't want to disappoint our friend, because I was like,
I
you're
think
down
he
there.
would
He
have
was-
understood.
yeah. But
Yeah.
And
but
he
then,
did once he saw us, especially since I tried to get out of the car before John
What's
was
up,
done
Becca?
parking it.
Becca, we're talking about a drunk Jess story.
Yeah. And then I didn't realize he wasn't done parking. He's moving the vehicle. I fall out of the car, and then I accuse him of dragging me with the car
Oh, God.
in the
Did you
parking
got-
lot at Jeremy's
Oh
house.
man, you got drunk angry at him.
Yeah, I did.
And then I'm like,
thought
yo,
he
you-
drugged
Why
me
would he
with the
fucking do
car.
that?
I don't know.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
And I'm like,
And then Jeremy's like,
Jeremy,
he's like,
he
dude, you guys
drugged
need to
me
calm
with
down.
a car.
He's like, you guys need to work this out, and before you come in here.
I'm like, Jeremy, help me though. He drugged me with the car, and he's like, no, he didn't. You need to calm down.
Oh jeez. Wow. Was that your first time going down there? Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
And I've been a fan since the fucking incarnation of the fucking team. Like, I was like, oh, they're going to bring a new team. It was 1994. And I was like, oh, they're going to bring new teams into the fucking league next year. The Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. You know what? I like UNC Chapel Hill, so you know what? I'm going to choose my own team, and it's easy. Carolina Panthers it is. And I get a brand new team. It's my era of teams, of new teams and things.
Mm-hmm.
And and I don't get to be called a bandwagoner.
Yeah, they're a little more established now.
Yeah, now they are for sure. They have I was just like fucking like having an existential crisis because I was like, oh my god, they're doing a Ring of Honor for Musha Muhammad and Julius Peppers, and I'm like, it wasn't that long ago. And then I was like, it was that long ago. Oh my god, it's like 20-some years ago.
So, which substance shall we see on the bingo board?
You bring up
next?
the next one there, Swan Dive.
Oh, Swan Lake.
Swanee.
Gets to take that.
Yeah, your Swan song. Swan Lake over here.
Okay.
Swan Pavement.
Swan pavement. So we covered the easy ones: cannabis and alcohol. So mushrooms.
Yeah.
Of course.
Obviously, now.
Yeah,
Because
no,
my
yeah, I was
first
gonna say
times
that.
were with you both present. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the
Is that-
river.
yeah, what, the
My
fucking
the
tying
river
knot story.
mushrooms. Yeah, the tying
Shiny
knots.
trees.
Yeah, that's my mushroom story. Fucking
Yeah,
Captain
they
tying
are
knots over here.
fucking-
Fucking
nuts.
shiny trees over here.
Yeah, and I saw shiny trees. I'm like, the trees are so beautiful.
All right, so now we're gonna pass the roulette wheel on this drug bingo game to see who's gonna get their bingo first here. You're next to pull the
LSD or acid.
Sid. Oh yeah, I've definitely and she was gifted some Sid.
Yeah, on the river with the
Oh, really?
mushroom trip.
Yeah, so so her first
Yeah.
time, she's like, "This is my first time." You know, I was like, "What? Get the fuck out of here!" So then, guess what? Yeah, her first time then getting mushrooms, she also gets gifted LSD as
Yeah.
well.
Did you do it together or
No,
no?
she didn't
good,
hit
that
me
was
smart.
smart.
Yeah, I wouldn't let her hit
he
me
wouldn't
flip.
let me. He's like, here, you need to give that to
You
me
can
so I
trust
can
a
keep
hippie.
it safe.
When it comes to drugs.
Oh yes,
And then-
most hippies.
Most hippies, yes. Watch out for the wooks, okay?
Yeah.
Yes,
There's a difference.
there's a difference.
And then John supervised me on the first time around with my gifted LSD. And then the next time it was at the Tool concert.
Correct.
Yeah, man. Just the proper dose
Yeah, it's great
is
time.
magical. Yep.
Especially at a concert
Oh
with
my
like
God.
good visuals. It's fucking nice.
I was in
gonna say
tears
it was
because
like
it
that.
was so beautiful.
You were a part of it. It was a part of
Yes,
you.
it was.
was
I could
yes.
feel it in every
yes, I
pore
know
of
what
my
you mean.
being.
It's amazing.
She was like the Prudential Center looks like
I'm
a
like-
snow globe.
I
Right now.
always say, I'm like, this is heaven. This is what heaven is,
was.
right?
I can feel the confetti.
No,
what she said
not
to
like
me.
that. It's the music, the vibration.
Exactly. You could definitely feel that, but like all the visual aspects, because the song, like there was confetti falling to it,
But they
digital
also did the
and
digital,
real.
the laser digital.
I
confetti
bet that
as
is
well.
trippy because you're like, am I seeing it? Is
yes,
it real?
that's what was
It's-
happening, and Jeremy's like laughing at me. It's like it's all fake.
It's all fake.
And I'm like, but it looks real. And there was real stuff. I
Yeah.
have some of it on
Yeah.
the wall
So
downstairs.
now, yeah, she purposely bought some because she was like, it's now an ongoing joke of like, she was like,
Uh-huh.
when I seen them, she's like, yeah.
He was
this-
fucking with me.
this
He's
is-
like, no, none of it's real.
None of it's real. None of this is
He's
real.
like, you're
That's
tripping.
funny.
None of it's real.
None of it's real. Telling the tripping fool.
And me and Ash are sitting there like cracking up. It was great.
Nice.
It was a really fun night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike her penis envy night.
Oh god.
Penis envy night. I don't want to know. I don't
It
know.
was
the
a
story.
really
next,
strong
next topic.
mushroom.
Oh.
It's just the kind of mushroom.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought you were going somewhere else.
No, I wasn't envying any penises. Don't worry.
No.
I am not a cucky. I will never knuckle cuck it.
Knuckle cook it.
Anyway, I guess it's my turn to pull the
Wheel
ball here.
of substances.
All right.
Let's move on to ketamine, which
Ketamine.
which was always like something that like I've heard a lot of people doing, but I never did it.
I've never done it either.
And
Never
like,
done
when I was
it,
younger,
no.
people were like, "Oh, Special K," and I'm like, "Oh, what? No, I'm good." I was like, "I've had Special K the cereal, but
I've been looking
I like how I
at-
just went cereal."
Cereal.
No, I've been considering it for therapeutic purposes because there's new research on utilizing it for like therapeutic breakthroughs for PTSD, but
have
it's
heard
very
that.
much guided
Oh,
by
yeah.
a therapist.
But
And
then
it's
there's
like
also-
a one-on-one.
There's also
yeah.
a study going into some practices overdosing people, like in overtreating, in a sense.
Yeah,
So-
that's why I'm waiting for more
Yeah.
research.
And
then you go
on
into a
that.
K-hole.
Exactly.
I'm more leaning towards doing more micro doses of mushrooms for
I
therapeutic
think-
purposes
yeah.
because I feel way more comfortable with that because it's something from nature.
The concept of microdosing, yeah, I think
I-
is pretty much if you're gonna do it right, that's
I think that's my next step, honestly, because the weed
Yeah.
helps a lot. It does.
yeah.
But there are certain things that are like, shall we say, triggery that bring things up, and it's like I really need to work through some of that, and the mushrooms really do that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, no bong rips for anybody.
Oh.
No, we're all honest. Look at
Fuck.
that.
Yeah, all right. Well, next.
Um,
And feel free to chime in, our friends in the
PCP.
Podbean Live.
PCP. Oh my
Becca
god.
and Pink Squirrel.
No, that's a no for me, dog.
that's a hell.
That's a no, but I did get a phone call from a friend that was high on PCP.
Huh.
And it was funny because I'll share his story because he's I don't even really talk to him too much anymore, honestly. But I got a call from him. He's like, "Yo, I'm down at Little Mexico, man." And I'm like, "What?" I was like,
that
"What? Why are you breathing so heavy, man? Like, what are you doing?"
I'm being chased.
And he's like, "No, I'm all right. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good."
Oh my
But
god.
but I'm down at Mexico City, so come get me.
Come get me.
And I'm like, what? And now, mind you, he's like 6'4", maybe, like 180.
Did he like get high on PCP and like wind up in Mexico City?
So Mexico City was this apartment complex
Oh,
area
oh Jesus Christ!
that I lived up the street from. And,
Oh.
and that's what a lot of people in town called it because it's honestly where a lot of drug dealers live. So that's why they said because in Mexico, when you go to like Tijuana, they know it's like an open drug market at times, right?
Okay.
So yeah, Little Mexico, yeah, it's kind of funny how hood kids get creative with their fucking naming of certain landmarks.
Yeah, I would say. So
So
you're thinking.
everybody always thought because there was a lot of Spanish people too there, but there was a lot of people there, honestly, in that
It's more
apartment
just the
complex.
drug trade.
It's
part of
honestly,
it.
yeah, it's a lot of drugs there.
Mm.
It was easy to trace it back there.
Got it.
But he was like, "Yo, I'm outside Mexico City." So outside Mexico City though was one of the bigger black churches as well, Shiloh Baptist Church.
Mm-hmm.
So this was before they built their mega church, which was pretty fucking big, and it's like kind of in that backyard area of that area.
Mm-hmm.
So
South side.
South Side, Easton. And I literally just walked down the hill, and I'm down where he is, and he's at the park on the right there. He's like laying on the park bench.
That's where I'm playing on Saturday, by the river there, Scott Park.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh
That's
well, yeah.
hilarious.
My friend was high
Puppies
on
and or what is it? What is it? Pumpkins and pooches.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dress them up and bring them for a contest.
Yeah,
We
What
started
day?
Saturday, 10
Oh,
10 a.m.
That's the time I might be able to actually come with Teddy. But anyway.
Okay, sorry.
So my friend was high on PCP laying on the table,
Jesus Christ.
and I didn't know.
I'm going to show up and look for that table.
Yeah.
And I'm like sitting there, I'm like, "Yo, dude, what the fuck is going on?" He's like, "Yeah, gorilla piss, man." And I'm like,
Gorilla piss.
and I'm like, "Gorilla piss? What the fuck?" And he's like, "Yeah," he made this like cringy, angry face. He's like, "PCP."
Oh
Like
my
I'm supposed to know
God.
that. Like and I was like, "What? I don't fucking know that, man. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh,
How the fuck am I
that's
supposed to
funny.
know what gorilla piss is?"
That's terrible.
And then he proceeded to like point at what it was, and it was literally a dip cigarette.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't want any of that. I'm good. Especially since you're like
You look like
almost
you're in
like
a
200
great
pound
state.
ass is like laid out, acting like a fucking weirdo right
He probably
now.
didn't know how much to take.
So he almost smoked the whole cigarette
Oh
to
my
himself.
God. Too much, dude.
Oh, yeah. So, anywho.
Fuck no.
So this guy, I get him, and I start and he starts stripping now, right?
Oh,
He's like, yo, it's so
And I
hot.
literally know which friend
And-
this is, so I'm picturing this.
So he's taking off his shirt, and I'm like, yo, dog, you're in public. And he's like, yo, I don't care, it's so fucking hot. And I'm like, dude, we gotta start walking. So then now I'm starting to walk with him, but he's like literally like to the point like he can like kind of like zombie crawl like
Oh no.
like
Oh,
brains jeans, like, you know, like kind of like shuffle like that. If like, which I told you where I was, right? So that only meant what? A lot of police fucking activity.
That's
is
true.
Gonna fucking happen.
It's right
all
by the McDonald's.
Yeah, you fucking moron. Anyway, so it's like they're gonna be driving down here any fucking minute, and knowing the minute that I'm walking with your fucking high ass back to my place, they're not gonna believe me that I just get a call to fucking come pick you up at the park. They're gonna be like, "Oh, well, where are you guys getting the drugs? You're going down for the drugs. Where's the drugs?"
Oh, shit.
You know, because you know how that should be.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Fuck, man." So then, like, but luckily, I had some like I guess a guardian angel, or he did too, and we had a life to spare that day because no fucking cherries popped, no fucking ride-bys, no nothing, and we made it up the hill. But it felt like eternity walking up that fucking hill.
I can imagine, because you're looking at every
bet.
car, listening for every sound for a cop coming. Because
Especially
you know,
with
if one
that
just
dude
happens to,
creeping along,
and his
looking like a
and his
zombie,
yeah, and it
man.
looks like he's like slow, like fucking like, you know, like whiskey dicking my, like, you know, me up the hill. Like, yeah, I'm giving it to you, buddy. Yeah. Like, cause he's like fucking like crawling, but like, yeah, like I have to like, I have to like kind of like, yeah, I have to like almost like fucking pull him up, you know, up the hill. Yeah, it was fucking weird
Great.
looking. That's why I was like, yo, anybody that drove by definitely was like, yo, that guy, is that guy like walk fucking that guy or something? Like, it looks like he like fucking dry humping him or something. It's fucking weird.
My God.
Cause I'm 5'10", he's like 6'4".
jeez.
Yeah, exactly. So what the fuck were you gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like, hey, you know, fuck.
They probably knew exactly what it was.
Yeah, well,
Dude,
definitely
it's
down
fucked
a.
up.
Well, that dude fucked up. But you gonna get drunk in public.
Yeah, you could just chalk it up to being really fucking drunk.
Yeah,
Jaeger,
we
man.
pretty
Underage.
much look like
Underage. How old was he?
We were probably 19.
Okay.
Maybe 18, 19.
I experimented a lot around that age too.
18, 19, yeah. Yeah, man, I definitely, at that time I was going to a lot of parties too. Like we would find like house parties and just crash at them and shit and just make new
Jeez.
friends and shit.
Well, that's when I was in like my first year in college. So,
Like we would literally go to house parties and just like
Yeah.
within the neighborhood and just like crash at them.
That was like when I tried weed, was when I was
Cookouts,
in college.
everything.
That's it.
We didn't care.
but it's when I didn't finish college and came home. That's when I started going to the cement factory and met up with Jeremy and Franco and Rob.
All right. Let's pull another ball. All
Okay.
right.
All right.
And let's go with Coke.
Coke. Okay.
All right, let's go with Coke.
Yes,
All right, because that seems
yes.
another like party drug that like, you know, everybody would be like partaking in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a yes. Coke's great the first time.
For me, it's a hard no, and I know a lot of people are like, come on, you tried it.
I'm a little surprised by that.
I've been around it plenty.
I'm
Trust
sure.
me, plenty.
Yeah, it's around.
It's been around me. It's been offered to me plenty of times, and I've always turned it down. You know, but I definitely know a lot of pitchers. You know what I mean, of the balls. So I was like, yeah, I'm good, and really good now because of all this crazy shit called fentanyl.
Yeah, it's
I was
too
like,
scary
yeah.
now.
Yeah, it gets mixed in a lot now,
Yeah.
guys.
It's not safe.
So it's not safe.
Wow.
But yeah, that was definitely a college thing too that I tried. Because, yeah, I needed to stay up
We
and
are
write
honest
papers.
peeps here.
First time I did it, a friend I knew, he was working on a construction site, and you know there were some people he worked with that used it, and he just like had a little bag one day. We would get together pretty much every day after work, roll a blunt, listen to Fish. He introduced me to Fish because he failed out of the University of Vermont where Fish was from, so he was at that time. If you went there, you became a Fish fan. It's just anyway.
Speaking of the fish,
Yeah.
do we want to segue with another drug too?
Sure.
Because of his stint with heroin.
Okay. Opiates. It wasn't heroin. It was opiates. He was
It was
taking
opiates.
pills.
I thought. Yeah. Well, it's a
popping
heroin
pills.
derivative. So let's do opiates and heroin all together.
Sure.
You know.
Prescribed Opioids?
No, it wasn't
Yes,
prescribed.
I've
No,
had
no.
because of surgeries, but other than that, no, never used other than surgical.
Because at this point, yeah, there's
procedure.
the prescription versions that are still like they're not being used for that pain relief. After the pain is gone.
Yeah,
What's
So-
Percocet?
it's
That's
an
an opioid.
opioid.
Okay, then yes.
I've had them after a surgery, and what was fucked up was I hated the feeling. I felt like I was gonna throw up and shit, and like I did not like that
it's
feeling.
Not cool.
And I was like, yo, this like nauseating feeling is not cool at all. And so I like literally just like would rather feel the pain, and I felt the pain, and I suffered for like 3 days or whatever it was, and I had Percocets left over, and then like some people were like, yo, you want to sell those? And I'm like, why? And they're like, cause you got perks. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, what does that mean? Oh, you guys like that feeling? That shit sucks. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, it just makes me sleep.
What the fuck is wrong with you? And then you're gonna
nauseous.
drink with that shit? You're fucking crazy.
Before I kind of discovered the beauty of psychedelics, I would go to concerts. Every show I went to, I would take a Percocet. That was just like how I got into the music and how I connected to the music. I had to be on like Percocets. And I was going to a lot of shows, so it was like fun.
Do we move to ecstasy Molly?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a party drug there.
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah, same here. I've done the Molly from a chemist that made us some pure MDA. Ooh, right? Yeah, it took the meth. Yeah, it took the meth out and gave us MDA. I was like, get the fuck out, man. That's
Okay.
cool as shit. So that was my first and only time. No, I lied.
Nope
No, I
for
did
me.
try. No, I tried MDMA first, and then I did
Just
have the
makes you
MDA.
happy.
Huh?
Just makes you happy.
Surprisingly, yes. I was like, yo, for me being an angry dude, I can see why people do this. But
yeah.
But I did that shit landscaping.
What? Why? Well, actually, you know what? Nature's beautiful.
It was.
Yeah.
It was so nice, and then landscaping and making the yard look nice was like kind of fucking therapeutic.
Yeah, it's not work.
It felt. Yeah.
I get that. I take that
was-
reaction back. I don't
yeah, it
know
was
why.
pretty
That was knee
therapeutic.
jerk, but no, I enjoy working outside. It's a lot of work though. Sometimes it's
Let's
daunting.
see. Let's see. My biological dad was a heroin addict. He died of an overdose after spending money he left the house with to buy half-sister's shoes. I met my half-sister for the first time 10 years ago. Damn, that sucks,
Wow.
Becca.
Ugh,
Yeah, because that...
yeah.
Yeah, heroin's been a big fucking problem, and especially like in my time of like high school years, it seemed like it made its like resurgence,
Mhm.
and I'm like, yo, it's like people my age are doing this now. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
I
you
think
guys
it's
are-
because of like the painkillers, the pharmaceutical
It's usually
opioids.
the gateway,
Mhm.
honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad had a major substance abuse
See.
problem when I was a kid, too, with cocaine.
I have a friend that was on his way. He was like valedictorian of the high school class. He was gonna be a doctor. He was literally doing his. He had like 2 weeks left. His final shit where he gets evaluated before he becomes a doctor, and he basically forgets. You know, he's trying to like assess a patient, and he can't. The only reason why I know this is because there's an actual report. If you Google his name, you can find this report. And I read the whole fucking thing because it turns out he always had this like you could tell just by his the way he held his head, like something was up with his neck,
Yeah.
and it must have been causing him a lot of pain because that. Turned out to be what his case was, is that he was in so much pain. He started taking the painkillers and then going to med school and blah 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 blah, and then eventually turned into heroin because it was cheaper and easier to get. And one day when he was taking his tests, he kind of did a little more than he intended to in the moment, and Yeah.
That's
2 weeks.
awful.
2 weeks before he was going to become a doctor. And he lost his, I don't know, whatever. He didn't have a license yet, did he? I don't even fucking know. But he can't be a doctor.
Yeah, he got kicked out.
Yeah.
That's
Got barred.
sad.
Got barred.
Yeah.
See, Becca has something here. Ecstasy was always something. Was always a no-go for me when I was a kid. A girl called died after she took one tablet, and the photos of her. Were all plastered. Oh shit, they were all plastered over the newspaper. So, oh yeah, I get it. Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, I just like it, and especially being that close to like Germany as well, which like the fucking the club scene and shit I know has always been big. Because like when I was younger, unfortunately, I knew a lot of people in the land of depravity. So it's like, you know, like I knew that if you wanted good ecstasy and shit, you could just go to the Scandinavian countries on fucking Silk Web. Silk Road, man. Go hit the Silk Web and go on the fucking get you some stuff, man. You just had to make sure you had a Tor engine. No.
A what?
Nothing.
Got it.
Nothing. That's I'm like, yeah, that's like, I don't know if the statutes are out for that because fucking Tupac's murderer just got fucking nabbed.
What?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Do you know who it was?
Yeah, they knew who it was, but they finally got him. He admitted to it, and he was on a podcast boasting about it like a few months ago or whatever. So they
Wow.
caught him. Yeah, it's like he's an old man now, but like everybody else that was in the car at the time of the hit, because what happened was that incident at the MGM in Las Vegas. He got into a scuffle with somebody that was Crip affiliated, and his uncle was the leader of it. So he put a hit out on Tupac, and he got to carry it out himself because he was in the car when the shots were fired against Tupac and Suge Knight.
Wow.
And he said that, and they found out the three other occupants in the car, and they're all dead.
Uh-huh.
Correct.
Shit.
And Suge Knight is not testifying against the man. Even though he's Pyru.
He's what?
Pyru.
What's that?
A blood.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I didn't know what that meant either.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I grew up a little bit different.
Well, if you already admitted to it, what's a testimony gonna...
Well, it just has another witness to put him in jail, and
It's
they,
not
they
needed.
just want more, yeah. They just want more.
Don't have
things,
enough.
Yeah. It's a self, you already confessed.
But plus, he is exonerated now from that. He was always connected to it, wasn't he?
But he was never tried for it, so it's not like a double jeopardy deal.
No. I mean, in the court of public opinion.
Well, the court of public opinion, people always were speculating that the cops did it.
Shot Tupac?
Correct.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
What?
There's a lot of conspiracies about everything. Come on, man.
Well, that's wild.
Yeah, but, man.
I had so much fun.
So, the drug that I have to redact is opium.
Okay.
I went to a house party. Okay? Went to a house party, and I like to smoke weed. I've always liked to smoke weed.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard at this house party, hey, I got some weed. Let's smoke it upstairs. So I go upstairs. There's a lot of fucking people, so I'm distracted by the amount of people. I'm doing a lot of scanning. You know what I mean? Because as you do in survival mode of new things. I don't know how about you, but I'm a scanner. I'm a fucking scanner.
Okay.
So I can be distracted from what's being said in front of me as I'm scanning.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm scanning. And what I missed was, oh yeah, there's a little bit of opium at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So I get the bowl,
Uh-huh.
and I take, a bowl.
Yeah, you
hit.
take big hits.
I take a fucking, like, Snoop Dogg would be like, I'm proud of you, nephew. Like, type of hits. And of course, this is the bad time to do something like that. So as I'm getting mad, right? Because I'm like, oh no. And they're like, yo, dude, yo. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yo, don't hit it so hard. Oh, shit. I start getting really fucking happy.
Oh, really?
I can't get mad at you, man. I'm fucking... why didn't you tell me? Why?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That must have been hilarious.
Like I wanted to be so... Like the most calm, angry you've ever heard. It's like, oh, man.
I'm so calm, angry.
Why didn't you tell me? Ah.
Oh, man.
It's like, what the fuck? The fucking most deflated, angered man ever. So you know what? Pass me the pong. Because I need a rip. And I think everybody should take a rip. Because you know what? I think we did a good show.
I think so, too.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
We had some fun. We talked about some drugs.
Reminisce. Talked about days of old.
Yeah, you incriminate some people.
Just don't look into my work history and you won't know anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not like your resume is like openly available.
Actually,
nor are you taggable.
I don't think so. I'm not taggable, no.
No, you're not taggable.
It's so funny.
We've asked your wife.
There's so many of people with my name. It's a very generic name. I actually got... I had to deal with the whole collections agency issue the last couple weeks. I got a letter saying I owed like thousands of dollars.
And it's somebody else.
And
with the
it
same
turned out
name.
to be somebody else. But I had to call everyone and get to the bottom of it. And as it turns out, so I first call the collector, and they're just like, well, according to our records, you do owe that. I'm like, fuck off. I'm like, first of all, I contested it, so I got the little letter that said, what the charges were from. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you said the date of service was this day. I haven't been to this hospital in like 10, 15 years. It's definitely not me. And, oh, well, according to the record, you are. So I wind up calling the hospital, and the lady who looks into it, her name was Nancy. She was fucking awesome. She's just like, yeah, you haven't been here in 23 years. I was like, yeah. I'm like, and did I pay that bill? And she's like, I'm pretty sure you did. And she's like, well, I think I see what happened here. What we figured out was all the agency's attempts to get in touch with the real guy weren't working out. So they were looking for other addresses for the guy, came up with my name and address, and started sending me shit. So, anyway.
So,
Good
your
enough.
I had to tell that
doppelganger
little story.
is running up medical bills.
Yeah. Hey, man, I got a good credit score. I'm not trying to fuck with that.
Speaking of the bills, thank you again, VeganJosh. Thank you, Shane. Thank you, Becca, for joining us in Podbean Live Land. Thank you very much for joining us, our sister from across the pond, which you and the wife are going to be in cahoots here on exchanging things.
Snack boxes.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to talk. But I guess no edible gummies for you, though. 'Cause,
Oh, we don't want to get in trouble now.
No,
But they are delicious, by the way.
But we do have a lot of things that we were talking about. I know the pork roll's going to be in there.
Pork roll?
It won't.
Oh, okay.
Packaged pork roll.
Yes. Now, okay, hold on.
Wait,
What kind?
we'll talk about this. All right.
Okay, we need to discuss this.
We're going to
This
discuss.
has to be a thorough conversation.
Even though we've already had this thorough discussion before, but we'll have it again.
Okay.
And we'll the most updated one, and then Becca can join in and she'll be like, I want that. Yes, I don't want that. Yes, I do. Maybe I'll try that. Let's see.
Okay.
Yes. Let's see. Yes, we've been walking about, checking off what we want to send. Yes. So we'll have a nice little list. And the ladies are already in cahoots, so they'll figure out some things. But we'll have some content to talk about on the next show. Okay? So we'll talk about our Americana in a box.
Okay.
Which, you know.
Have to send a
Which it's-
USA Uno.
Which we have to send USA Uno.
I'm just
I have to
saying.
find another copy.
I know.
You know, because I tried to get everybody to play Uno, and I was like, but you know what? We call it one in his house. Because why? Because it's American Uno, so it's just one. Just one. I
Okay.
literally have American Uno.
Uno cards with the US of A on them.
Made in the US of A.
Nice.
It would be funny.
America. Becca's like, what the fuck are we subscribing to?
I don't fucking know.
Let's see. What you really crave from the UK. You have to tell. Oh, yes. Well, you already know the Cadbury
I'm
chocolates
anything
is like,
chocolate.
but, you know.
A good tea.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
good one.
a good
Yeah.
tea. Yeah. Good tea.
But so okay,
Even
so like,
though-
with
even though
anything,
our
there's like
ancestors
there's
threw
the
most of that
hold on,
tea into the
there's the classic good
thing.
tea, but then there's probably like the hidden gem that wouldn't be considered a classic, but is just a good tea. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I get you. All right. See, we're brewing up some ideas.
all right.
Ha ha ha.
So we'll let that steep until
Oh,
Gosh, now you're going
Oh,
too
Jesus
far.
Christ.
Dad jokes.
next week.
Dad.
Dad. All right. Hey, I am a stepdad. You know, I'm just preparing. You know,
Oh my
you-
God, I should get ready myself.
ready.
Oh shit.
Get ready. So we'll see you next week. Thank you again, Becca, for rocking out with us. We'll see you next week. Everybody, join us next Thursday. Stay metal.
Be metal.
But recycle.
Peace.